Yeah, welcome back to episode 21 of the Center of the Universe podcast. We got a guest on today, and he's going to introduce himself now.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Nico. I'm in this guy's university class, so this will be an interesting topic to talk about.
Yeah, it should be. I think it's our first time speaking over something that isn't like Snap. We talk hockey a lot, like on there, and just two big Leaf fans and go to school together and having a good time on a podcast now. So
Let's do this, bud. I'm
yeah,
really
let's get into
excited.
it. So it's Wednesday night, like 11 o'clock ish, as we're recording, and the Leafs just had a 3-1 win over the Jets. I don't know how much you caught the. Did you watch much of the game or?
Oh, I watched the whole game. I couldn't take my eyes off it. I was like, the part reason I was watching so much of the game, or like paying so much attention to it, was because like I was kind of like excited about tonight, and I need to like take some notes and whatever. So yeah, I watched the game.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I got home right as I want to say it was Hyman scored the second goal. Like that was right as I got home. So then I watched. I missed the first two Leaf goals, but overall, from what I saw, it was a good game. Do you have any takeaways from it at all? Or
I recorded period by period. So yeah, the first period was just like completely one-sided Leafs. Like it was like just peppering shots left, right, and center. Like I think the shots were like it was some crazy number. It was like 15-6 by the end of the first, which is crazy. Uh the whole first line ended the period with a point each. So actually more than a point each. Austin
I think it was
Matthews had a
two.
goal and an assist. Yeah, every player had 2 points. Marner had 2 assists. Matthews had a goal and an assist, and the same with Hyman. So it was a really good takeaway from the first period. Second period started off like a little more slow, and then we got into some penalty trouble, taking a lot of minutes,
Oh
but
yeah,
we weren't
especially at the
able.
end there.
Yeah, we weren't able to convert on like any of the power play opportunities that we had, which really sucked. And we had a lot of them. We had like four different power plays tonight, and we were 0 for 4. So that's always fun.
Yeah, like I saw. I think it was Luke Fox from Sportsnet. He tweeted like Leafs are 0 of 22 on their last power play. So
Yeah,
of course, the power play's playing like shit, but the penalty kill ends up scoring. So Kerfoot, that was nasty, like that Kerfoot
I
bar
was gonna
down.
say, I was gonna say the most ironic thing in the world is the fact that Kerfoot had to have scored on a shorthanded goal, which is still sick. I got the score notification before I saw it on TV, and I was so pissed off about that because I try to not pick up my phone during a game because my TV, like my stream, is like usually kind of delayed. So I was like, "Oh shoot, Kerfoot scored," and my dad was like, "Why'd you have to fucking tell me?"
Yeah, because I was watching it and like I'm on my phone like a fair bit during the game. Like I'll be on Twitter and just kind of like even like and like between intermission or not intermissions, like between whistles and that, like I'll be on my phone. But like luckily I didn't get it spoiled like that. I've had it happen before, but yeah, like they were flying like especially because I was listening to the radio for like the first period, which it's always nice here in Bowen, but
Oh, absolutely! Like the guy's a legend. The guy's a
yeah,
legend. Come on.
exactly. But yeah, like I thought, yeah, like you said, the top line looked great. Of course, the penalty kill. Well, even though they got into that penalty kill trouble, I know they gave up the power play goal, but I just found that like I thought the penalty kill looked good. Like I don't know what your thoughts were on them, but
The penalty kill for the most part was incredible. The only thing that really messed it up was that double minor that we got, which really sucked. I didn't think it was going to be a double minor, but high stickings are, an iffy call. So
yeah,
can't
it's all
really
kind
do
of
much
like it
about it.
because it's all like it can be nothing like a little high stick, but if there's blood, it's double minor. Like I wish there was more of a like malicious intent rule, but like then
Yeah,
you're leaving it in the hands of the officials, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. But
that's it.
they're something else this year.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think anybody's really happy with the refs at this point, but, what are you going to do about it?
yeah, because I think like even with the penalty kill tonight, like because they killed off the one when Muzzin was in the box, that was big, and then they take the 4 minute like on Brody, and that's they played 6 minutes straight on the penalty kill pretty much with two of their top penalty killers in the box. So it's like,
Yeah.
what more can you do?
Well,
The goal it was deflected.
yeah.
I'm sure we all would have ripped on Anderson had he let that in, but I think just with Campbell's play as of late, he kind of gets the
Yeah,
benefit of the doubt.
he had the screen up in front. He couldn't see anything. It was just, yeah,
Yeah, and
unfortunately, but
yeah, it's
those are
unfortunate.
gonna
And I
happen.
think like he was incredible tonight. Like he's been, I'd say, other than that game against Edmonton on Saturday, like he's been incredible in all of his starts. So
I fully agree with that statement. It was a good day. It was a
yeah,
good day all in all.
yeah,
It was a
three
good
three
road,
one win against the Jets. So
big road dub, big road dub.
big
Good
road.
to create some separation in the standings because I didn't know, honestly. I thought we had like at least a game on whoever was in second place. I couldn't remember at the time, but then I saw the spreadsheet at the beginning, like before the puck dropped. I was like, they're half a game behind us, and I was furious at this point. I was like, okay, we need to pick it up. So I'm glad that we have like 3 points on them at this point. Pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, and even because I want to say Toronto's playing Winnipeg again on Saturday. I might be completely making that up. I'll check right now, real
Maybe
quick. But like,
I was gonna say let's check our facts real quick.
oh wait, okay, they play Winnipeg on. Oh, they played Jets on Friday, and then they don't play on Saturday. So
Wow, rarity.
yeah,
Leafs not playing on a Saturday night. Oh, that's gonna leave me stranded on Saturday.
at least I have an assignment due Saturday night. But Friday night, I guess they got the Jets again. I don't know. It was a
Hopefully,
good game today. Like Toronto and Winnipeg. It was weird that tonight's game I found as well. The Leafs, they looked good, but this was probably the third. Or no, they played 5 games against Winnipeg, and this was at best their third best performance. It's just there was like the games
absolutely,
where Connor Hellebuck was being Connor Hellebuck and Freddie
absolutely. Just
Anderson was
yeah, he was just
awful.
Hella looks like he's a different animal when it comes to the Leafs. Like for some reason, he's like lights off for like everybody else, but when it comes to the Leafs, this man is disgustingly on point. I'm
Yeah.
surprised he let in as many goals today as he did.
Mm-hmm. Well, even like from what I saw, like none of them were really like he had a chance on kind of thing. And I don't know why Winnipeg and Hellebuck, they remind me of the 2015 Habs when Carey Price won basically like every award there was that wasn't the cup.
Oh
Like
yeah, oh yeah,
Connor Hellebuck wins that game. The Jets' defense might be the worst in the North, like other than the Sens, but their offense
yeah.
is one of the few that can compete with the Leafs. So
Okay, let's keep one thing straight. The Sens are basically out of the equation at this point. Let's just kind of push them aside. I'm sorry for any Sens fans that happen to like possibly stumble across this podcast, but like
yeah,
during the 2020-2021 season, y'all are kind of dog shit. I
yeah,
don't know
like
if I'm allowed to. I also don't know if
you
I'm
can
allowed
swear
to
all the
swear on
fuck
the
you
podcast.
want. It's my fucking
Oh,
podcast. I swear all the time. So
say no fucking more. I'm gonna go absolutely nuts on this shit now.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
I'm gonna reserve myself. Don't worry. But I'm sorry for any Ottawa fans listening to this. Y'all are complete horseshit.
Like they've had their way against us. Like that 5-1 win. I was
That
pissed
was
when that
I, I,
happened.
I was kind of happy when that happened. Not gonna lie.
But like
as much as I hate to admit it, but y'all deserved it. Y'all deserved it more than like
yeah,
all of
that
like
was
I
their
guess
Stanley Cup. Like I
teams.
remember my
That was
like my
that was
my
their
dad has a
Stanley
close
Cup.
friend who's a Sens fan, and all the Leafs fans talking shit to him. They're like, congratulations, it's your Stanley Cup, and he's like, yeah, it is. You haven't had one since '67, and it's like,
Ooh,
all
why'd you
right.
have to bring that? Why'd you have to bring that up? Low blow, son of a gun.
But yeah, Jack
Oh
Campbell's been incredible as of late. And I guess we can kind of go.
yeah,
I guess we'll take it back to maybe since we're on the topic of the Sens. Leafs beat them on Thursday. I haven't recorded one in
yes.
a while, but
He was
three. Sorry, go
that
ahead.
game went into that game went into overtime, right?
Yeah, that was the Justin
That
Hall one.
was that was a Justin Hall dub. That's right.
Matthews had the he had like a really nice defensive play on Shabbat and then hits the side of the
That's
net and then Hall scores the OT winner and fucking Pierre Dorion tossing his drink, which was
just
great.
oh yeah, that was right. I remember watching that. I was like, this man is pissed.
Yeah, because they showed
He
it and like
chucked that.
yeah, because they
Like
showed it and like I've seen like Dorion's gotten animated before. Like I watch like a fair bit of
oh
Sens
yeah,
games, like just because like I have a buddy who's a big Sens fan, so like I'll watch.
he's got a temper. Like we're like all GMs have a temper to a certain extent, but this man just fucking yeeted the shit out of that.
I'm just curious if Melnick like he's probably gonna make him clean it up because he's cheap.
Yeah,
But like
I agree with that one.
yeah, I think my only takeaway, like Jack Campbell was incredible in that game too. My only takeaway was him playing the puck scares me.
Say that again.
Jack Campbell, like he was incredible on like that game against Ottawa, but him playing the puck scares me at times, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like
He
I don't
doesn't.
know what scares me.
I'm gonna say he doesn't have the experience, but I can't really remember how long he's been in the league for at this point. Uh, but yeah, he made some like pretty risky plays
Yeah,
um
and they came back to bite
outside
him,
the
but
crease. Yeah,
yeah, like
I
I
mean,
found because he's been
come
in the league, he's
back,
been a
but like,
starter. He hasn't been a consistent starter, but he's been in the league for I want to say like four, 4.5, 5 years now. Like because he was drafted really high by Dallas.
okay,
Like I
yeah,
remember at the World Juniors, like I was like 9 years old, but I still remember this was he was the state goalie and he was just incredible. And then he never
yeah.
really made it with Dallas. Then he was in LA, got was like one of the better backups in the league. Now he's in Toronto and possibly number one.
He's 7-0 as of tonight, which is incredible. I think he had like a what was the save percentage that I saw before the game? He had like a 1.8 goals against average, which was incredible, and it's only gone down as of tonight because of the game that he had. And he had like a 9.2, 9.3 something save percentage, which is incredible.
Yeah, he has a 948 save percentage, I think, right now.
948.
Like this is
Holy
including
shit.
tonight, and 7-0, which is as
Holy.
many wins as the Buffalo Sabres have. So
Honestly, I saw that on my Instagram feed that they snapped that losing streak, and I jumped for joy. I was like,
yeah,
you know what? They deserve that. Finally, I thought they were going to get it against Philly the other night, but this was a big dub for them. They won. What was it? 6-1.
yeah,
It was it
because
was
I
a
saw they were up
it was
4-1,
a
I think, and going into the third or something. Like they were because I remember when they were up 3-0, I was looking at it and I contemplated, like, should I like throw like $5 on Philly just in case they come back and win? Because it'd be funny. And I thought about it. I thought about it for at least like 5 minutes, and then I didn't do it. And I was so
probably.
upset after the game when I found out they blew it.
Oh my god. Oh, you would have made a nice little buck off of that one, eh?
But it would have made like a nice little like new Blue Jays hat or something off of it. So
Hey, you know what? A hat's a hat, bro. Like my
like
collection's like I went to my collection. It's like 28 deep. I'm rolling right now. Like I'm still trying to add on.
yeah, exactly. Might as well like my like hat collecting goal is one day I want to see a game at like every MLB ballpark and get like I try and get like a hat at each stadium to be like, all right, these are the ones I've been to. That's my like goal by the day I
Yeah.
die.
That's actually to be full honest with you, that's one of my goals as well. Uh the only problem was I kind of came to this goal like a couple years ago and not realizing that I'd been to Camden Yards, like Oriole Stadium, and
That's a nice. I haven't been there yet, but it's a nice park.
it was it was beautiful. I went for opening day. I think it was like the 2015 season. I have a sick story about that. I'm probably going to deviate off topic from the Leafs here, but I went to opening day of the 2015 season, and I was at Game 5 of the ALDS, like the Jose Batista bat flip game.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Uh, my uncle picked me up from school. I had no idea we were going. My cousin was in the car, and then we end up at like the Rogers Center like mid afternoon. I'm like, we are not doing this. He's like, yeah. We were best thing in the world. I don't remember it at all. The bat flip, I got uppercut by my cousin because we were all
Really?
celebrating and shit like that. And this mofo just went boom, just like right into my jaw. Didn't feel it, don't remember it. Adrenaline was pumping. The game was up. It was like, I can't remember the score at this point. It was like 6-3 at this point. And then we get
On the
one
bat
more
flip.
and it's game over. Game over. We went nuts.
Yeah, because I remember with the bat flip, I was at home and I was just like watching. I barely remember the thing. I just remember like running around my living room,
Oh yeah.
like it's kind of like the Kawhi
I went
shot. I
to
barely remember my emotions in the shot. I just remember like one of the loudest screams I've ever had. Just
I
like
went to I pulled up to school the next day with like a little strut in my step, pulled out the ticket stub that I had just to prove it to everybody, you know. uh, yeah, in my moving process, I happened to lose that ticket stub.
Oof.
Yeah, I don't have that anymore. I was supposed to I was gonna what is it, frame it, but I
Mhm.
lost it. And I'm really pissed off about that now.
Yeah, but
But
like,
back to the Leafs. Back to the Leafs. This is a Leafs podcast, center of the universe. Let's do this, boys.
yeah, I mean, like, I go off topic all the time, but like, yeah, well, I guess we'll get back to the Leafs. Like, Leafs Oilers, they played their 2 game set. They took
That's it.
3 of 4, which I'm fine with. I guess we'll talk about Saturday. The Pierre Engvall curse is broken. The even bigger
The
curse.
Pierre Engvall curse is gone. Get that monkey off your back, mofos. Is gone.
It's not the, I remember, worst celebration of all time. Nylander scores the goal after he was on the drought when he, after it's holed out, throws the monkey in the crowd to get it off his back, and then I guess whoever was in the crowd threw it back at him. But
What I don't remember that. What a dick. I'm sorry.
yeah, but like
What an asshole.
yeah, but like yeah, the Engvall curse. I think the last game I heard it was January
2020.
4th, 2020, which feels like forever ago. It was like the Leafs shut out the
Forever ago.
Islanders and Engvall had scored a goal that game.
Yeah. And then yeah, it's crazy. He scored a couple times this season. I can't really remember his goal total at this point. I'll search it. I'll search it up real quick. But he scored a couple times this season. Finally, they get the dub out of it. Just so happy about that. So happy he's finally got it.
Yeah, I think I think he scored in the what's it called? He scored in that game when I was at this game, the one where the one where McDavid like walked Morgan Riley.
Yeah, you
I
were at
was
that
at that
game.
game next to Oilers fans in a
You.
Morgan
Oh my
Riley
god.
jersey. Not a fun time.
Oh no. Yeah, no. He's got 3 goals this season.
Yeah, but like, and I then his next goal after that, like his last goal before his first one this year was the David Ayres game, and
Yeah,
then
and then
his first goal since
that
the
was
David Ayres game was fucking
we are
5-1 loss. So,
yeah.
and then a couple other losses, and now the curse is
We're
broken. But
we're not gonna get on the David Ayres topic. That's a touchy subject in my
uh,
household. Just
David
let's
Ayres
keep
seems
going.
like a nice guy. He's got a lifetime ban from the show.
He seems incredible,
Yeah,
but he lit the Leafs up. So fuck him.
yeah, exactly. But like another takeaway I had from that game was like that was kind of Matthews' fully returned game. Like he finally broke the scoring drought in overtime,
Yeah,
and then
I
Alex
was
Galchenyuk with Tavares and Nylander. Like, what are your thoughts on
honestly
that line?
Galch. I'm just gonna talk about Galchenyuk mainly at this point.
All right.
He's been on another level lately. Like I was watching it. I've been watching him pretty closely since he got called up to play on the squad. He's playing with a fire lit up his ass. He does not. He wants to prove something. He has something to prove. Uh, Today he was all over the place, just left, right, and center. This guy was just throwing his body around, just getting physical. I was completely in on it. I looked at my dad at one point. He was like, "What got into him?" I was like, "I don't know. I just don't think he wants to go back to the Marlies."
He's playing as a guy who's got basically his career on the line. Like he went from
Yeah,
30 goals
exactly.
for Montreal to like then they kind of mismanaged him for a little bit, and then he's bounced around the league for a couple of years. Now he's like getting like healthy scratched on Ottawa, and I don't know. I really hope it works out for him in Toronto long term because I've
I
been
just
loving him the last little bit.
I'm just waiting for that first goal of his because I'm gonna be so hyped. He's already got a couple assists on the team, which is incredible as it is, given how short of a time he's been here. But he's playing like you said, he's playing like his career's on the line because in some way it is. He's getting up there in age. He's out of his prime completely at this point. He's more kind of there as a I was gonna say a depth role because kind of he is, but
He's
he's
a
also there
role
as
then.
kind of he's a depth role, but he's also there as like a veteran figure as well. He knows what it's like to be on the losing side. He knows what it's like to be on the winning side, and he does not want to be on the losing side much anymore. And he's playing like that, which I respect 100%.
Yeah, because like especially the way been playing in Toronto, like I don't think he ever gets to that 30 goal plateau that he was at a couple of
No,
like
I
4 or 5 years ago, kind of thing. But I think
neither do
if
I.
he keeps playing the way he's playing, I don't see why he can't be the guy with Tavares and Nylander, or even like a third line player on the team going forward. Like I think it's been great what they've done with. We've still done a really good job with a lot of like 1 year deal reclamation project guys. Like Spezza was one,
Yeah, Spezza was one,
um, Galchenyuk now, even guys like Wayne Simmons. Like it's kind of a one
and
year reclamation project. Like who knows where
yeah,
it'll be long term.
I'm yeah. He's got. Let's see how many. Let's see what he's at right now. Uh, Give me 1 second. This season, he's got a goal and 3 assists. His goal was with who was he with before? The
The
Sabres?
Senators, yeah.
Senators, sorry. So yeah, he's getting back onto his horse, I think. I think he'll be pretty set for a little while.
Yeah, and he reminds me like he's a lot more of a like gritty player, and like I know that's kind of like a
Yeah.
cliche thrown around. Like I don't want a guy who all they can do is hit. Like I don't want fucking as much as I love the guy back in the day. I don't want Colton Orr.
Who
But
was that, sorry?
like as much as I love the guy, like I don't want the Leafs running like a Colton Orr type player out there. But like
Oh yeah.
I love what Galchenyuk's been doing, where like he's getting in plays, but he's also like throwing his weight around a lot more than I thought he would.
Which is yeah, which I fully respect him for. That's really big.
Yeah, like I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, they're not out hitting them, so that means they're not outworking them kind of thing. Like I'm a big believer in like the team who's out hitting is often the team who doesn't have the puck.
Right.
But like I love that he's been getting in there and throwing his weight around. It's him, Tavares, and Nylander look great together. So
I
hopefully they
agree.
keep that up. And
I was
even
also sorry. Do you mind if I bring it back to like Hyman real quick? I also
no, not
took
at
some
all.
notes. I also took some notes about him from tonight alone. He had 6 shots and 6 shots in the first period
Oh
and
God.
1 goal. I heard that stat. I was like, this man made up almost half of all the Leafs shots, which is incredible. I was blown away by that because I know him as more of a get in the corner and just get the fucking puck out. And when you're in
Mm-hmm.
front of the net, just do what you need to do. And that's what he did. He did what he needed to do in front of the net to get it past Hellebuck tonight. I thought that was going to be the goaltender interference, but watching the replay and hearing the commentary about Hellebuck didn't know where the puck was, and it was kind of just like a blind turnaround, and there was nothing he could have really done about it, which makes sense. He has had 8 points in his last 7 games. He has 8 goals in March, and which leads all the Leafs,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Is he leading
saying
the team in
a
scoring this
lot.
month?
Yeah,
Wow, I guess he had a hot March, like especially like that middle sort
he
of
had
like
a
when the Leafs were
hot March.
slumping, he was the most consistent player.
He was my dad brought up a point a few games ago. I think it was I think it was one of the games against Edmonton. He was like, yo, he's playing like he wants to get paid. I was like, damn right, he's playing like he wants to get paid. I want to see him get paid. I want that contract like bad for him. He's been nothing but a good asset for us since he was acquired from Tampa, I think it was, or Florida, one of
It was
those two.
Florida for Greg McKay.
Florida.
Shout out
That's who.
interim GM Dubas at the time.
There we go. A but he's been nothing but like a good asset, just straight grinder. Just get in deep, do what you got to do, put some pucks in the back of the net, and he's been doing an incredible job at that. So if he gets signed, hopefully we have enough cap space for him because probably going to end up segueing into the trade deadline at some point during this podcast. Just
I think we can right
I
now.
hope
Like, sorry, go ahead.
I just pray to God we keep him. Pray to God.
Yeah, I think we do. I think Zach Hyman loves being a Leaf. I think he's from Toronto. He's got like a wife and kid. He's the guy's a children's book author, and I don't think he gets that opportunity if he's playing in like I don't know, if he signs say with Pittsburgh kind of thing. He's not going to be making children's books.
No, I don't think he's gonna. Yeah, which is true. I don't think he's gonna. He definitely won't have the same impact. Which is weird to say because Pittsburgh has been nothing but a threat over the past few years, and then this year they're just again dog shit. Like they're not doing
Yeah, like
too
they've
well,
been
which is surprising.
Yeah, I guess Malkin's hurt right now, and like him, Crosby, all of them aren't getting any younger. Like I think they're kind of on their sort of last couple of years of contention before it's like
Off
back
to
to
the
what they were.
veteran role, and like, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess we could segue into the trade deadline. Like, do you think the Leafs are going to do anything, or
To be fully honest with you, no. I think they're pretty content on the way things are right now. They have a good taxi system going on. They have a lot of players that they could probably call up from the Marlies at this point, if need be. Uh, Maybe some defense, but then again, we don't have much money to spend on defense to begin with. Like with the release of uh with the like waiver claims from VC and Boyd. The VC thing, by the way, I wasn't really a fan of. I was kind of pissed off to see him leave, but it had to be done. I fully understand that. Um,
yeah, I think with
but with
VC, like
that kind of like frees up some space, but at the same time, it's not enough to like get a good contending defender.
mhm.
But we'll see what happens. This is only less money used towards acquiring a player is more money to keep Hyman, in my opinion. So like, I just want Hyman back, man. Hyman's
Yeah,
such
exactly. And I
such a good
think that
guy.
if the Leafs are going to, I think if they're going the route of bringing in a big guy, you're going to see a guy like Kerfoot moved out. As much as I don't want to see it,
Yeah, no, I don't want to see that either.
and like I like Kerfoot. I understand the arguments that he makes a bit too much money, but like I think if Kerfoot's like if he's like a second line winger slash third line center on your team, like I'm fine with Alex Kerfoot. Um,
Yeah,
but like I think we're gonna see more of because I know Granlund's apparently been really linked to the Leafs. I don't mind it just because I think Zach Hyman on the third line kind of gives someone who can drive the line on each one, and then Hyman can kind of feast against the lower
agree.
level competition. But I think with the way Galchenyuk's been playing, like earlier, like he might be the forward asset that they didn't know they needed, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, they made mention of that during the intermission. How uh people have been in the talks of like picking up like a top six winger, but with the acquisition of Galchenyuk and the way that he's been playing and the fire that he's had lit up, I don't really think there's much need for that anymore. He's got spark. He's got spark. He wants to see the team that he's on succeed as much as he wants to see himself succeed, especially given the point in his career. So there aren't really many moves that need to be made, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a relatively quiet trade deadline for the Leafs.
Yeah, I think it'll be like, and I think if they do something, I think if they bring in a defenseman, it's not going to be a Matthias Ekholm. It'll be more of like those guys that you see where it's sort of like an older veteran who gets brought in as depth for like a fifth round pick. I think
Yeah,
more trades like that, and I don't
absolutely.
even know if they necessarily crack the lineup. I just think it's like guys like Rasmus Sandin's been hurt a lot of this year. As good as
Agree.
Liljegren, I don't want Liljegren being the first option to come into the lineup. I don't want to see Martin Marincin in a Leaf jersey ever again. Like, no offense to him, but like, unless the Leafs have like 4 injuries back there, I'm like, I just don't want. I don't want to watch playoff
Him
hockey
on the
with Martin Marincin in it. You know,
Yeah,
like maybe at
yeah.
least bring in like a Mark Stahl out of Detroit, or like if the Red Wings retain some money, or like I'm trying to even think of like veterans available. I know they suggested Goodbranson on the broadcast today, which like please no. But
No.
just like guys with NHL experience that can play a bottom pair role if they need to get in the lineup in case of injuries. As much as
Ta-
I'd love to see Ekholm or someone kind of thing, it's just unless
yeah.
you're moving out a guy on the roster, I think that's a bigger trade that'll be done in the summer.
I saw Taylor Hall in like on my Instagram feed again today, and I was like, I tried to picture him on the Leafs, like completely sidelining the cap spacing or whatever. As good of a player as he is, I don't think he'd like mend well with the system that we have going on.
Yeah, and I don't think he really moves the needle either. Because I'm like, unless he's going to play on like the third line, I'm like, I don't know how well. I'm sure Hall, Matthews, and Marner can make it work. Like it's two superstars and a guy who was a superstar a couple of years ago, kind of thing. Like
Take
you
take
could
that in.
figure it out, but
Edmonton completely wasted him.
Yeah, Edmonton's lucky they fell into Connor McDavid because they wasted 3 straight first overall picks. So
Yeah, it's like it's so crazy.
should Nail Yakupov, who's
Screw
playing in like Eastern Russia right now.
Nail
Like
Yakupov.
they get the guy's like a third line
That's
player in
the
the KHL now.
boiler.
So,
Holy.
but yeah, like I don't think the Leafs are
That's
gonna do.
so bad. Oh my god.
Yeah, but like I don't think the Leafs do much of note at the deadline. I think they'll kind of make like little deals that'll like I think they'll get better, but I don't think they're gonna add the Ekholm, Forsberg, someone like that. As much as I'd love to see it, like I'd
Right.
love to see like a huge ad, but I don't know if they do it.
I don't think they will. They'll, and even if they do, they're just gonna get rid of like small players that don't really mean anything to the organization. Like I heard Rodion Amarov was on the trading block at some in some deals, and I was like, really?
Yeah, I think like
Amarov?
Amirov, Robertson, Sandy, and Liljegren, like those guys, unless you're getting something incredible, I don't think they're moving.
Yeah, no. I want to see Nick Robertson back in the main lineup though. I really missed him. I was really pissed off how the first game of the season he got injured. I was really looking forward to this kid, but especially from what I saw against in the Columbus series last year, which I didn't know you for, and putting that on the table, I got really pissed off when we lost game 5. I was like, we
I did
can't
too.
even win a fucking qualifying series, let alone a first round. Come on, get your fucking pants straight.
Yeah, like I remember, like Robertson was great in that series. He scored a goal at the Marlies tonight. Like he's slowly back from injury now. Like because
I remember that, yeah.
he recovered, he was playing in the AHL, and then he got hurt again in the AHL. And then that's part of the reason he was up on the taxi squad a lot recently was because of he when you're on the taxi squad, you get to work with like the Leafs medical staff instead of the Marlies one. And so like while he was rehabbing
True.
the Leafs and that, and then I guess they're getting him down in some games. And it's a slippery slope because I'm like, you don't want to rush Nick Robertson to the league, but
No,
you also want to be able
hold
to
him
ice
too
the
long.
best roster available to you. So
Right. Yeah.
like,
Hopefully we don't get any more injuries. Blake Wheeler left the game tonight with a groin injury. It wasn't much, but like the play in which it was on. He wasn't tripped up or anything. He was just stopping and pulled his groin, and he's
it
out.
was weird, eh?
It was really weird. I saw that play. I was like, that's enough to pull a groin? Holy shoot.
He must have had something like lingering beforehand
Yeah,
because
there had to have been something.
I've pulled my groin before and like it's not fun, but
That yeah, I wouldn't expect that to be fun.
yeah, got out playing goalie as a kid and not
Did
being
you?
flexible.
Oh, don't. I've had my fair share of no like major injuries, but I've had a bunch of concussions in the past. Some hockey related, some other activities like tobogganing. I slid headfirst into a tree, but that's a funny story.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I have no.
I've had like I've the worst I've ever done is sprain my ankle, and that was about it.
Yeah,
It,
I've never had a diagnosed concussion. Is what I look at it. Like I've had my bell rung multiple times, but I've
to be fully
never
honest with you,
diagnosed with a concussion. You know?
to be fully honest with you, neither have I. I've kind of self-diagnosed myself because I took CPR training, and just like if you ever have a concussion, this is usually what'll happen. Well, I got nauseous, I saw stars, and my head was pounding for a solid day and a half, like 2 days. I was like, okay, yeah, this is not just a normal hit into the boards. This was a concussion. There's no way around it.
Yeah, it's like I think my worst injury was I played football in grade 9. I was on defense, and it was just like I tackled the guy and then tackled him funny, and both of us kind of ended up
Oh,
on my arm.
oh, did you break your arm?
I did, yeah. It was like right, like
Son of a
bad
bitch.
for audio listeners, but like right, like both these bones in my forearm broke.
Oh,
So, and I
both.
was like
Oh
8 weeks, and I
shit.
was like, though, those full arm casts
Yeah.
up your shoulder. I was like 8 weeks in one
Eight
of them.
weeks.
Yeah,
Your right. Wait, your right arm or your left?
my left arm. I'm right-handed, so I could still
So
do
okay.
things.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
but it still wasn't pleasant, you know?
No, I wouldn't expect it to have been. I've never broken a bone, so let's knock on wood that that never happens. But I've had, yeah, I've been close a couple times.
Yeah. You want to break a
And it
bone when you're a little
sucks.
kid to get all the attention from people, and then when you get older and you break one
And
for the first time, it sucks.
it's just an inconvenience at that point. It's just like, oh shit, now I can't do anything.
Mhm.
Son of a bitch.
It's like no, I like at the time I was like, all right, no hockey basically until like December. Um, like I broke my arm like end of September. I'm like, all right, I'm done till December, if not later.
I
Um,
sprained my oh, continue, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I sprained my ankle pretty bad last year, family day. It was like my last time having any fun before going before COVID like really struck bad. I was out on family day. A buddy of mine had rented out Canlin Ice Sports in Toronto, and we had like a little shinny going on, and I was on a 2-on-1, caught an edge, and went like super hard feet first into the boards, and I ended up spraining my ankle like super bad. Honestly, it swelled up so much I thought I fractured it. Thank God I didn't, because I took such bad care of my sprain. I can just only imagine what I would have done if it was broken or fractured. But I healed up pretty well, and then I hopped back onto the ice and ripped a Gino on
Yeah,
the house gases.
I don't think I ever sprained anything, but I'm sure I probably have. Like I've just never like I've never sprained an ankle or anything like that per se. But
Yeah, it's not fun. Not being able to walk is a terrible feeling.
yeah, I can't imagine I was in.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, at least Leafs right now on the injury front aren't too bad other than Freddie Anderson. So
No.
hopefully, do you think he gets LTIR?
You know what? I'm not too sure. I can't put much comment on it. Uh, I'm just really happy with the way that Campbell's performing at the moment, and was very pissed off with the way that Freddie was performing before going on injury reserve. But
Mm,
uh, it was I kind of hope he just sidelines the rest of the season. Back up maybe if he gets a little better, but I kind of just want Jack Campbell to like take the reins for a little while,
yeah, I think
keep
if
it rolling.
Campbell's improving right now, if he keeps up his play, I think if you know Freddie's not going to be back for the regular season, put him on LTIR
Yeah,
because then you get $5 million bucks in cap space freed up for the trade deadline,
there we go.
and
Yeah,
then there's no salary cap in the playoffs. That's why like Tampa's going to be able to bring Kucherov back right as the playoffs start.
there we go.
It was kind of the same like similar situation he could do with Anderson. Just the whole thing then is if he's rusty, and I think if you know Freddie's going to be done for the regular season, I think at the deadline you got to try and bring in at least some upgrade on Michael Hutchison. Maybe
Agreed.
Hutchison's been fine this year. He's been what you
He
expect
hasn't
out of
been
Michael.
bad. Yeah,
Like last year he was brutal. I think this year is what you expect out of your guy who's supposed to be the Marley starter kind of thing.
yeah, I agree.
Maybe the
He
answer is
hasn't
in Vevalainen.
honestly. You know what? We haven't seen much of him this year. Uh, to be honest, I don't really want to see much of him this year, with the way that Jack Campbell and Michael Hutchinson have been performing. But if worst comes to worse and push comes to shove, I wouldn't mind seeing him make an appearance. He's already had like one game, which was pretty. I think he's had one game played at least. So
Yeah, he played a game with
we'll see how it
Columbus,
goes.
so it didn't go well. But I was looking at this for like the last pod I recorded, and basically he has not a great track record in North America, but a good track record in teams that were blue and white in terms of his play for Team Finland. So
Ooh,
maybe it's a
ooh, we do
sign.
like the. Hey, baby, we do love the blue and white here. I mean, I have a freaking onesie of it. Like, come on. Had to pull out the onesie for like special occasions. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, it's the best PJ since John Tavares when he was a kid. So
There we go. I love that picture. I honestly surprised I don't have like a flag of that anywhere in my house, but hopefully in the future.
Yeah, and he's been incredible lately too. Like we talked about it earlier. I can rave about all day about how much I love that Tavares, Nylander, Galchenyuk line. Like
Ooh, ooh,
it's
ooh,
incredible.
wait. Say that line for me one more time. Say that line for me.
Tavares, Nylander, Galchenyuk.
Oh, please, just ooh. Mm, that's a. You taste that? That tastes like butter. It's pretty buttery right there. Ooh,
It's incredible. I love that line. But
it's incredible. I love that.
yeah, hopefully they keep it up. You got any thoughts on the Leafs going into they play the Jets Sunday or Jets Friday and Calgary on Sunday? Do you have any thoughts going into either of those games or
I honestly just hope that they go in with the same tenacity they've been going in with these games. I hope they keep the momentum that they had in this game going forward, because I don't want another March in April or May. That was a little rough. This month hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows, but you know what? We have a month left of the season. We have a few more games, a few more teams that we have to get past, and then we're closing off the season against Montreal. So hopefully we just like smack the shit out of them and go
exactly?
getting ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, so yeah, hopefully they carry the momentum. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, of course, man. Anytime.
Yeah,
This
definitely
is
have you on.
loads of fun.
Talk some Leafs, talk some whatever, and
Jays, Jays,
I talk
broken bones.
opening day tomorrow. Any predictions?
Uh, you know what? Jays are looking completely different from what they were last season. You know what? The sky's the limit for them. I hope 2015 comes around again for them, and they just absolutely light it up, because I'd love to see that again.
I want to see 93. I want to see 93. I want to see 2019. I want to see 67. That's what I want.
There we
That's what I
there we
hope
go.
2021 can be for Toronto sports teams.
Let's
But
go. Let's do this, baby.
yeah, but till next time, we thank you for listening to the Center of the Universe. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll catch you in the next one. Go Leafs, go, baby.
Go Leafs, go.